Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Killing it lately, easy runs, good runs, and great starts as Eden. Great damage, great rate of fire. That's all I'm going to say here. 7 NDB, MQLK. With Breath of Life, which also started our run like... It might have even... No, it was 2 runs ago. I think we started with Breath of Life. And honestly, we can afford Lard, even though it is going to lower our speed drastically. I think it's a small price to pay for getting a little bit of HP. And all in all, like, looking at this run, there's basically nothing that I can be disappointed about right now. One of these days, maybe I'll use Breath of Life properly. One of these days, maybe they'll make it worth using properly. But for now, it's just taking up space. And that's fine, because all of our other stats are, like, above average. Except speed. But speed's relatively easy to come by, except for all those runs in which it's literally killed us. Okay. It's gonna be one of these runs. It's gonna be a D4 run. And you know what? It's been a while since we've fully zaned out. Sometimes we've balled out. Sometimes we've played like we were strung out. Now it's time for us to zane out. So we're gonna D4 on the regular. I'm probably gonna hold off just for now. Because I don't like D4ing like 2 items. Maybe we'll wait until after the first deal with the devil is over. And then all we're doing is trying to reroll into a run that is some good combination of decent and also fresh. You know, it doesn't have to be Tech X. Is basically what I'm trying to get at with that. Even though, you know, if we come down to it, Tech X might not be the worst thing in the world. We're actually in a really good position to D4 as well, because no matter what, we're still going to have 2 HP. Even if they take away Lard, we're going to have 2 HP. That's like, it can't be ripped away from us. Our damage can be by losing Cat o' Nine Tails. But I'm pretty sure there's no way to go down in HP. Even if you reroll into like 9 lives, I think you might get 9 lives and be at your existing amount of HP. But don't quote me on that one. We'll maybe find out if we have to cross that bridge. But for now, the run is good. And the D4 only makes it more interesting, albeit, you know, slightly scarier as well. But we're like, I don't know, man. When I think back to those Isaac runs from like a week ago, I was convinced the game had gotten harder. And, you know, I was talking to like Sinvicta about it. And he's like, maybe you're just tilted off the face of the planet Earth. And I was like, nah, dude, you don't understand. The game's gotten harder. It's just me? I'm the only one looking at the facts here? Turns out, I may have just been tilted off the face of planet Earth, or perhaps some combination of being mad tilted and also variance not being particularly kind over and over and over. Not to say that we should have lost every run that we had there, but maybe, you know, we should have lost one, and then that tilted me a little bit, and then we maybe should have won the second one, but I was too tilted to play well, and, you know, it's not an excuse, but... I keep talking about the slump because it's how I keep the ghost of the slump away. Now that we're on a little pseudo streak here. At least that's the dream work. That's the dream work? That's the dream. But teamwork makes the dream work is what I mean to say here. Alright, so we're coming close to our first reroll. After which point we will reroll now and forever until the end of time. But I said like 2 episodes ago, I'm going to have a big day recording Isaac. So far, so good. You know, get that momentum high, and don't dilute it by playing Dead Cells. I think I've been going... I've been going Dead Cells Isaac, and then I'm playing bad at Dead Cells, and I come over to Isaac, and I'm not playing as well at Isaac as I'd like as well. I gotta, you know, specialize. Today is Isaac Day. It's like going to the gym. You could do a full-body workout, but, you know, you might be... I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. I should probably abstain from giving advice. Don't take fitness advice from a guy who sits in a chair 14 hours a day and spends the other, you know, 10 hours basically laying down either on a couch or on a bed. Let's take it. Hear me out here. We got plays. I got ideas, at least. Unless it's one of those Twitch streamers who also, like, prides themselves on being jacked. In which case, like, take fitness advice from them. Just don't take it from me. That's the most important thing. You know, you can call me many things. Just don't call me late for dinner. Because I'm punctual and I love food. Don't reroll yet. What I'm thinking is we should kick the crap out of this boss with our good stats. Wow, that is the fastest dingle I've ever seen in my life. We will stand further away. Take as many deals with the devil as we can. If we could respawn as Dark Judas and then reroll, I'm a happy camper. Because that means that our damage stat is not going to be as necessarily guaranteed to be garbage as it might be. I mean, if we're going to reroll, I don't know. First off, just go grab this. This is perfect because we can grab all this stuff. Hurt ourselves a little bit here, so we die. Come back as Dark Judas. Damage is out of control. Then Magic Mush. Also gave us another 6 damage. And then reroll. And our damage went way down. But our speed went up by 0.00, so that's pretty positive. What have I done? This is the most hideous of all the Lord's creations. Anyway, down to the next floor. We could have rolled with it for a little while, but where's the fun in that, right? Instead, we've created... and of course, no mirror on this floor. We've created a hideous abomination, the likes of which I've never seen before. But it's still decent, you know. We have 8 damage. I would prefer to just be shooting straight on, but it's not that bad. And our HP will last long enough for us to get to good territory here. Honestly, this could be the novel run that we've been asking for, but I don't know if it has that perfect combination of novel and good. If we can get, like, Tractor Beam, I'm off to the races. Like, there's no shame in taking the first D4 that you get, if the first D4 you get is good. Plus, we do have Egghead here. It actually feels like we got Super Egghead or something. Like, that is... I say this as a person with an egg-shaped head. That is an egg head. That head is an egg. It's one of the ones you get from the grocery store, and you're like, what kind of chicken produced an egg this large? I feel bad for the chicken, and not just for the requisite reasons that you'd normally feel bad for a chicken. For altogether different reasons, related to the size of the orifice necessary to push out this gargantuan egg. Alright, yeah, I just didn't move there, so can understand why I got hit. I do want to reroll. But if there's going to be a high density of items, like there will be on this little setup right here, we might as well wait and see what we get. So this is our second boss fight. So we will not get a deal with the devil on this floor. And then walking backwards will take us to the regular boss fight. It was a little weird. I thought you always got teleported to the first phase of the first boss room out of 2. Maybe not, though. And a range upgrade is pretty much garbage. So, okay, let's throw out the reroll here. It's like exclusively bad. I mean, our speed increased by like 0.1, I think. But apart from that, pretty much exclusively bad. And I think, yeah, like, Dunce Cap is one of those things, or the Wiz, to use its, you know, canonical name. It's one of those items that sticks with you, which I'm actually really happy about. Because it means that we can try to concoct a good run that has the Wiz, and those have happened before. They're not even necessarily, like, few and far between, but certainly it's an item you gotta work with, as opposed to, like, it does what you need it to do right out of the gate. So, I'm excited by the opportunities that, what do people say when they, you know, get a job they don't want? I'm excited by the opportunities this presents, the unique opportunities as given to us on, well, what a special run. You don't see this every day. Okay, what do we got here? Forget Me Now. I can't get rid of the D4. The D4 is the soul of this run right now. Forget Me Now is cool, but you're really only getting, like, 2 items out of it. Well, you're probably getting 4 items out of it, because we're on an XL floor. 2 item rooms and 2 boss rooms. And then maybe deal with the devil room access as well. Hello?
Hello. Is there a lunch that I can get for you since you got lunch?
No, don't even worry about it. I got it under control.
Sure?
I'm good.
Along the way, I can get you anything.
You know what? That's very graceful of you to offer, but I'm under control right now.
Are you just gonna eat 5 granola bars today?
No, I'm almost out of granola bars, but later today I will get something. Never fear. Does not need to be handled at the present moment. Thank you, though. Alright, we're gonna go for a mad reroll here pretty soon. I want to wait until after the item room just to see what we get, because, like, the spot is... Okay, now that we got 2 batteries, we'll do it. And I see that we've got a great rate of fire with a slightly diminished amount of damage. You know what? It's kind of a boring setup here. We did find our secret room, but let's grab this and then reroll again. There we go. 8-inch nails. Finger. Zodiac is more of like a who cares sort of thing, but it's a decent setup. I still don't feel content to take Forget Me Now yet, but, you know, we could try to build around this one. We could be like, let's make the highest damage finger run. It's a really bad Bernie Sanders impression again. I don't know where it keeps coming from. And everyone says your Bernie Sanders impression's bad, but it's a great Mayor Quimby, so I think I've just got to embrace that. We'll make the greatest finger run. That's... Wait, no, the JFK impression is Mayor Quimby, which makes more sense. I don't know. They're mostly pretty bad. Except the Crash Test Dummies one is coming along. A couple of people, which is double the people that previously had tweeted support of me, have tweeted support of that impression. So I think it's coming up. Emperor card. Emperor card. If you think this runs hard, you could have belonged to Steve or Magnetic Fields. Anybody? They came out with a new album this year. I had no idea. And it's just as ridiculous as 69 Love Songs. It's like, you know, it's a quintuple album of, like, B-sides or... Anyway, look. Dude, this is too many XL floors. I'm getting it twisted. They always tell you not to do that, and here I am getting it twisted like it's a seatbelt on a 1990s Dodge Neon. You just can't keep those things level. So we'll take our cube of meat, and I'm happy to have it. This run is in danger of being too fast. And not too fast to succeed. Like, it will almost certainly succeed just fine. The real problem is, you know, what are we gonna do when it comes to finding time to use our D4 properly here? Because at the present moment, we have no realistic outlet for it. We could use it, but if we're just using it non-stop, it feels less meaningful. I don't know, because the finger's so good. Okay, we'll re-roll. You convinced me. Sad bombs, that's what you're looking for, to some extent. And because of, I'm guessing it's because of Judas's Shadow, because 7 damage is 3.5, which is usual base damage, times 2. So because of the fact that we're Dark Judas, I don't think we can ever dip that low in terms of our, like, the quality of this run. So we actually should reroll maybe more frequently. It's like having Guppy, but to a smaller extent. You know, you're always going to have that little baseline of, no matter how bad this run gets, we will be Guppy. So we no longer have Zodiac. We have a lot of bomb synergies, though. And 30 bombs. Let's try it. We got 3 bomb synergies right there. So we have sad homing cluster bombs. The cluster bombs explode into more sad homing bombs. They don't cluster, like, over and over and over, so not that that's really that bad. As you can see, 1 cluster bomb capable of doing quite a lot of damage, but this is not what we asked for. You know, I find myself in search. I'm Christopher Lee from Ratatouille, the food critic. I find myself in search of something better, because the smile that she has makes me a go-getter. It's again passing me by the Far Side. The Far Side? I think it's The Far Side with an A. It's been a while. It has. I've referenced them in, like, the last episode. I listen to that song all the time. Come on, come on. But I'm not re-rolling the run just yet. Dude, big fan. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but it is keeping Sack Dagger, like, in a constant position. Because the familiars that come after it in line can't rotate very quickly, so... I mean, it's almost like we have a semi-permanent shield out in front of us. I don't want to reroll my beautiful 25 cluster sad bombs. We're still going to have 25 bombs or more. But they're not going to be cluster sad bombs much longer if we use the reroll. But at the same time, I want to use the reroll because our stats aren't that impressive. It's, you know, we're in a little bit of a catch-22 sort of situation here. Okay, that's like the worst place to have stood. think the time has come. Go for the reroll. Got the mom transformation. Mom's knife. Damage, speed, everything else is the same, but Mom's knife, of course, gives us an incredible ability to reroll straight past it, because I don't want no scrubs. And we had a Mom's knife run very recently. That was... Oh, I should have taken... Oh, we have Beelzebub? I'm confused, but happy, I suppose. This run is also not that good. We basically have double our usual damage and half the rate of fire. Slightly faster than half the rate of fire, but... And, I mean, we have Holy Light. Every run that we've seen so far, I think, is a run that we could have won with, or could win with, I should say. This one included. However, it's just not that exciting, so we're still kind of looking. You know, it's like that U2 song. And I'm still looking for what I haven't found. That's my favorite, dude. Off of Josh's Tree. One of the top albums of the 1970s, without a doubt. See, now you're like, where's the satire? Does he... your eyes twitching a little bit. I know he knows it's called the Joshua Tree. I know he knows that the song's called I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, not I'm Still Looking For What I Haven't Found. But does he know that the Joshua Tree came out in 1981? Because I feel a compulsive... No, I'll just leave one comment. And that's how you just got God. You just got trolled by the best of them, son. Alright, this is actually bad. Like, if you have Holy Light, you want that to be Holy Light plus a high rate of fire, not Holy Light plus a low rate of fire. Again, not terrible, just not what we're looking for. I mean, Analog Stick is good. It's a tiers upgrade. 99 bombs, I'll just take, because those aren't going anywhere. We benefit from consumables. And then this, -8 damage, and Libra. So Libra's, like, really good. Libra's really fun, but we do have Isaac's Heart as well. I'm gonna roll out of it. Isaac's Heart is just too bad to take. You know what? Use 99 bombs. You got them. Smoke them if you got them. That's what they're always saying. 99 spider bombs? I'll take Tech Zero. The problem is Tech Zero... I mean, first off, now we gotta face any mother could love, and trust me, many mothers do and have loved it. But this is, Our rate of fire looks bad, but is actually fine. It's just chocolate milk that makes it look bad. This run is interesting. Does it quite, you know, pass our thresholds? I would say no, but it's sort of getting there. We got a new item in the form of Tech Zero, an item I like, but I'm still sort of trying to figure out. It's like impromptu piercing shots. And then we got chocolate milk when we feel like Tech Zero's not doing a good job. We just want to hit an enemy like head on. We got Booger Tears. And we got 99, you know, hot bombs. Check in and see. I got a fever of 103. In Celsius, that's terrible. You wouldn't go to the hospital. You'd go to, like, you know, a refrigerator store. Oh, dude, I like that. If you stick an enemy with a static tier that is also a booger tier, like, the world is your oyster. Because it keeps shooting the electricity. Alright, take this. We haven't had a deal with the devil in forever. Take this. That's lovely. You want piercing shots. And then in here... it doesn't really matter. We'll just grab this, get the heck out of here. I don't know. The more I spend time on this run, the more I'm sort of like, maybe this is the one? It would continue my streak of, like, always ending an Isaac reroll run on a tech item, which is kind of like a joke, but also happens every single time. I don't know that Tech Zero... Ooh, that's fine. I don't know that Tech Zero is that good, though. So... I kind of feel like I'm not cheating the system. And of course, you should know by now, if you're watching this and you're going, don't stop the reroll here, buddy. I'm not, obviously. I have no self-control when it comes to this. I will continue to use the reroll ad nauseum until it breakfasts us and leaves us in a, you know, a hellish pit of, you know, no damage, no stats except for, you know, maybe Guppy base stats, 12 HP. Great to start a run. Not so great to finish a run. Ooh, it's a pretty solid cracked dice, honestly. Let's grab this too, Wheel of Fortune. We're dangerously close to getting our donation machine back to 999 cents. You know the last time we had it at 999? It was probably like 2015. I'm trying to think. I think it might be. Like, we blew it up once. I don't think we ever got it back to that level. So we're actually approaching it. It's been a long time coming. Dude, that was a costly... I mean, it was really cost us. I've been using the donation machine, like, every time it's available, but let's go. Kind of a costly mistake in terms of just the sheer time invested. Dude, this is, like, cool and very strange. We still have technology 0, and we're firing... We must have, like, quad shot and triple shot or something like that. We definitely have quad shot that I can see. And we still have the electricity coming out of it. So that's very cool, but our damage is a lot worse. Honestly, our rate of fire is pretty good for firing 7 shots every time we press the button. And we can get a pretty sweet, like, convergent ball of electricity as well. But is this enough novelty? I don't know. Because we can fly, that room's a little easier. Oh, we gotta test this. It's like we're Loveless, and we asked what we're supposed to do with our chest. You gotta test your chest, Loveless. If you can't stand the heat, then get out of the Wild Wild West. That's Jim West, not a cardiologist, but an enthusiast, I think it's fair to say. I'm gonna try a reroll just because, like, this is cool. I like the triangled electricity we get here, but let's see what happens. Still got electricity? No. But we do have a much faster rate of fire, and rubber cement, so this is pretty cool. I would say that we have not crossed the danger threshold yet. We haven't seen Epic Fetus, we haven't seen Dr. Fetus, so I think we're still relatively safe to reroll here, and this run, like this particular one right here, is good. We're on like a quick, like, guided tour of Isaac synergies. Learning a little bit about the world. I mean, this is a great run, in all honesty. Capricorn plus 2020. Rubber cement's fun. And sometimes good, sometimes bad. As with almost every item in the whole freaking game, obviously. Where are you? Where could you be sitting on the floor? Go away. Don't pop up here no more. I'd like to get my devil deal. It could be brimstone. That would make me feel. Well, it's like I shouldn't have gone for the first verse because then I really want to go like, where could you be now? Let's reroll mid-boss. Tractor beam. Soy milk. Proptosis. Wafer. Lusty blood. Lusty blood is an enormous damage increase the more enemies we kill. Certainly, you know, the range is bad. And our damage starts by being pretty terrible. But once you're 2 enemies deep, it becomes like a freaking Gatling gun. I'm still gonna go for the reroll, because we can do better. And also, this is an archetype we've had before, but it's a fun one. I wouldn't dispute that. I don't care about any of your... I don't care about your garbage synergies at this point. By the way, for anyone who's ever disputed, and you know, disagreement is important. Just ask George Lucas. Or ask somebody who knows George Lucas. But, man, marked. At least we can make sweet spirals. There might have even been more battery charges in there, but I feel an obligation to give it a shot. But for anybody who thinks, you know, I'm talking out of my butt when I say, the D4 is one of the best items in the game, or at least re-rolling your whole run consistently is like one of the strongest things you can do in the game. This run's for you. Because like almost every single run that we've had has been high quality. Admittedly, that if you're really thinking, that says more about Judas's Shadow than it does about the D4. Judas's Shadow can turn even pretty statistically underwhelming runs into decent ones, but you know, the D4 is doing fine as well. Just let me out of here, please. This is doing quite a lot of damage, but I really just like, I don't like marked. I don't want to use marked on a regular basis, even with conjoined. So I reroll the run here. We got Jacob's Ladder and the strangest of all technology lasers. but quite a lot of damage. Wonder if has soy milk like permanently nerfed our damage, because we shouldn't be. It shouldn't be plausible for us to be at 3.64 damage. This makes me uncomfortable. Like, you ever... People be like, hey, imagine putting a toothpick under your toenail and then kicking a wall as hard as you can. You know, and people go, ooh, that makes me uncomfortable. This is like that. This, just watching this technology laser bend around an anchor point, and the guys out there know what I'm talking about. This is not giving me the greatest sense of, like, phantom limb syndrome here. I would prefer to get rid of this run as soon as possible so that I may, you know, continue to feel that I have a normal phallus, because it's confusing me on many different levels here. So we're gonna reroll this one. This one is a whiff. This might be the first one that is more likely to result in a loss than a win. But we got a while until it becomes an issue here. We'd have to re-roll pretty badly a few more times in a row. I don't know what's causing the bend either, but okay, there's spun, homing tears. Our tear effects don't seem that good. I think we have $3 bill, maybe. Our tear effects don't seem that good. Maybe it's just fire mine, but our stats are good, but the actual, like, tears themselves, a little underwhelming in terms of coolness. Like, they don't even shoot any electricity. So what am I supposed to believe? That this is like a good run? Where's my electrical tears? We have good bombs, at least, maybe? Oh, my deal with the devil's gone. Alright, so we're actually, like, potentially we've squandered this run. But it's up to us to prove that we did not, so... I mean, we're 24 minutes on the cathedral. That's usually a very, very good sign. Early steps here, and Perthrow is great for the chest. Just, try not to take damage, obviously. And, doesn't really matter what trinket we have for now, I'd say. Firemind causing problems, but 2 more rooms, 1 more room is all it takes. Get a reroll. Seraphim. And, dude, I'm looking, and I'm liking. I'm seeing Monstro. I'm seeing Tech Point 5. Some stats upgrades. Holy Mantle. Monstro's Lung. And I'm still somehow, like, disappointed? How is such a thing even possible? Thanks for the stats regardless, but this is just okay. I was hoping for some bravado, some brazen tier effects, but no such luck, man. Bummer. So we'll continue to go for these fast rerolls and fat rerolls with a PH. We can kill things quickly, but, you know, if we were just out here to kill things quickly, we would have stuck with, like, Mom's Knife Run. Which I will on a regular basis, but not this time. Like, we gotta go a little harder in the paint. Is that a reference that the kids understand? What's hard for me to reconcile is that I think that Waka Flocka Flames, We Go Hard in the MFing Paint is a contemporary reference. But if that song came out when you were in 8th grade, you're like a high school senior now. Or maybe you've graduated. So, you know, in my head, 2013 is still like last year. I'm trying to think of a punchline to cap that off, but I can't think of one. Hey, are you guys excited for The Dark Knight Rises? I mean, it did come out in 2013. You can't deny that. There's no way Age of Ultron could be worse than the first Avengers. Apparently, I mark time with the passage of superhero movies. But honestly, there's worse ways to mark your time, right? There's a new Marvel tentpole film like every summer. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy just came out. This is a Perthrow. I mean, come on. If I've ever seen one. And then you pick up the passive items, of which there are 0, and reroll again. It's got potential. And then the summer of 2015 was both the Age of Ultron, well, Avengers 2 Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. And then 2016 was like Captain America Civil War. You can totally mark time that way. And then I'll mark winters by Star Wars films from that point on. From this point on. 2016 was Rogue One. 2015 was The Force Awakens. And then when I die, apparently the Disney Corporation is going to lose like one of its primary customers. They're all Disney products. Okay. Oh no! Don't! The self-fulfilling prophecy is too real. You can't do this to me. We were supposed to get married. Yeah, D-Infinity, save me. Spare me from this nothing I've become. 7 damage down for a 0.17 speed up. That's what I call worth it. We in the business call that worth it. The self-fulfilling prophecy is, I can't just endlessly reroll into Tech X. That's a lazy man's game. It's too easy. Okay, stick on some balls here. You know what? It's possible. I recognize. I just said stick on some balls here with a straight face, but it wasn't my intention to accidentally make a triple entendre. This may be a run where we never find that ideal permutation of items that we've been looking for. And you know what? Thank you, Isaac, for teaching me a lesson that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. If you're waiting for that ideal situation in your life, there's a good chance that situation will never present itself. Instead, you just gotta grab life by the horns and, you know, make the best of your situations despite the changing variables and parameters that may at times be suboptimal. If you don't like what you got, why don't you change it? If your world is all screwed up, rearrange it. Roll a little run, roll a little run, roll a little run. Hear me out there. See, that's not bad. Anyway, yeah, we never really fulfilled the promise. That was my way of trying to tie some overarching lesson on this run where none previously existed. So, you know, if you're looking at that and going, what the heck is this guy talking about? I think you got a great case to be correct in that subject. However, you got to admit, you almost believed for a second. It's like we'd planned it to be some sort of after-school special on my so-called life. Let's go. All right, we out. There's no way for us to be in, so we're headed down. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode in spite of its quick pace. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, but for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.